Welcome back to a new episode, guys, and thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoy our channel. We are traveling Australia full-time, living our best life. We have been traveling Australia for the last 2 years with our big fluff ball, Miss Ginger, showing you the work-life balance of fishing by the beach and getting bogged in the outback whilst working a 9 to 5. It's not always rosy, but we try to have a laugh and show you guys the reality of full-time van life and full-time work life. From the beach to the bush, we take you along for it all. So if you enjoy realistic content where we make mistakes, take you guys along for the journey and learn from them as we go, tune in because you're going to enjoy this one. And if you're new around here, thanks for stopping in. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and subscribe, as it really helps the channel out. So quickly go over to the fridge, grab yourself a cold one, and make sure you run back so you don't miss any of today's episode. Enjoy, guys.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Wilson's Take on Oz. Today I'm going to be installing this bad boy, this hot water diverter. To be honest, seems pretty simple. It's an instantaneous hot water system. It's the Fagati brand, and we love doing off-grid camping, so this is going to help us save, I reckon, 20 litres a day. Doesn't sound like much, but when you're off-grid camping, 20 litres is a lot of water. So I'm just going to be cutting. I'll explain to you what I'm going to do and how here before I head under the van. So this will tap in on the hot water line. So it goes in and out, and then it's got this third valve thing. And then I'll be hooking up this hose to it, so it doesn't let water go all the way through. It reaches 35 degrees, it'll allow it to pass through here. When it's before that temp, it will flow down here and back into our tanks. That's how it saves water. So it allows just doesn't let water pass until it's reached temp. So all the cold water will flow back into our tanks, saving us that precious water. Then we don't need to have a bucket in the shower, catching all that cold water and then using that for other stuff, where it just goes back into our tanks. Before I head under the van, I'm gonna put some thread tape on all these threads, and then I'll got some John Guest fittings and I'll screw them on. Before I go any further, thought I'd stop and say where we got these. So this was from Enviro. We'll link it below. That's just the hot water diverter. It doesn't come with any of the John Guest fittings or anything like that. So we'll link those below as well. We got all these from Outback Equipment, and they were a nightmare to find. I went to Reese, Swan Plumbing, Bunnings, all over the countryside, and no one could even get them. So we looked online and Outback Equipment had them, which was perfect. I even went to caravan shops. They said, oh, we can get them in, but we're not really doing it anymore. So I don't know why. But I went to like 3 caravan shops, that many Bunnings and all that. And we also got some hose, John Guest hose. It's, I think, 12 mil. And then these are 12 mil for where the hose goes in, and 1/2 inch for the thread. Female thread. Got some, I don't know what they're called, like hose tap, just clamps. So I just thought to mount it up underneath, I can put one somewhere like that, something like that, and maybe on this side too, just to hold it up on the van, just so it's not flapping in the wind and all that and breaking. It's from Bunnings, and I've got some screws. I just had them in my toolbox, so perfect just to screw them up. And got Phillips head screwdriver to put those brackets up, a shifter to do the John Guest fittings, side cutters to cut the hose, and some silicone. With these, because they're just plastic, I didn't do them up super tight, but still tight enough so they don't come loose. You'll know, if you do this, you'll know how tight to do. You can do it by feel. John Guest fittings are bloody awesome because you just pop your hose in and then that's not coming out. And just to release them, you press it down and it's still hard to come out, but you press these down and then that just comes up. They got little metal tabs that lock them in place when it's pushed in, so brilliant. Alright, now what? Let's go under the van. So it's got a hot in and hot out. So the hot in is this side, so make sure you get it right, and hot out. So hot in from the hot water tank and then it comes out. We're going to mount it somewhere here, right about there I reckon.
Yeah.
And then I'll snip this white line, one end goes in here and then the other one will go in here. So I'll just cut it in the middle and then you've got to measure so you get the right length so it pops into the John Guest fitting nicely. But before I do that, I'm going to mount this up here.
Update from Sophie interrupting Aaron's DIY. He's just grunting in the background, screwing into the floor, but we have screwed it on. We just moved over one of the other water lines, so that's what you'll see Aaron just moving over to make it all fit nice and snug. We will silicone up all the holes and make sure they're all got the extra layer of silicone so that they don't let any dust or water in. And then Aaron's going to continue. So another hot tip we just learnt was to put the blue hose, the new hose in and then screw it on. It's a lot easier to get it in rather than screwing it on and then putting it in. Back to Aaron.
On that probably just depends where you're mounting it. If you got heaps of room and no issues, you can do it after. Doesn't really matter, but just see your options where you're going to mount it first. Always double check your work, just measure it's all going to work. Make sure you run your extra new hose to where you're going to tap into it, and then check it all and then screw it up. Alright, let's see if Sophie can cut this hose.
I was just practicing, warming up. Alright, if I cut it...
Make sure it's in the right spot.
Oh my god, it's your fault if it's not. Alright, happy with that?
You can go whatever you reckon.
Alright, I'm doing it. Hope that's right, Aaron. It's really hard to cut. Okay, after a quick shower, we're back. Turn your pump off.
Or disconnect from mains. See. Whew. All right, that's the diverter in. Now we got to run this blue hose, the new one, that one.
All right. Where's that go?
That goes to whatever tank you want to fill up. Our tanks are connected, so it doesn't really matter, because the back one flows into the front one. Okay folks, it is pretty much, it's all done. I just need to tidy it up, cable tie it. I asked Soph, she was in the van, getting the dog dinners ready anyway. And then it works, it's great to me. Sophie?
Works. It does come out warm, but not hot. But I mean, it doesn't come out searing hot or anything, so.
38 degrees.
Well, it must be.
I'm gonna run through the way it works now. It's all hooked up. Just remember, I haven't cable tied it or anything. It's just, yeah, it's not completely done, but it's working. It's all hooked up. I just got to tidy the cables up, or pipes. They're not cable. Water comes out of here from the hot water system in this white line, comes into here. There's a thermostat or temp gauge valve, and so it shoots water down this into the blue line, into the tank until it reaches 38 degrees, and then it shuts this one off and runs out here in this white line again up to our tap, the shower, everything. So that's how it works. Simple, 3 outlets, one for cold water and then the hot water in and out. That's how we install a hot water diverter into the caravan. We've got the Snowy River, but most of them will be the same way to do it. So very simple job if you watch this video. I wish I had one like this just so I knew exactly how to do it, because if I did, it's so easy. Here we go.
So yes, everything below that Aaron used to fulfill this journey.
Yep.
Make sure you allow yourself longer than you think, because we did run into a little hassle just not having that T-piece on hand.
Yeah.
Went to town, got one sorted. Yeah, so if you guys want to do the same for your caravan, hope this video helped. And if it did, give us a thumbs up and let us know your thoughts down below if you would do it, if you think it looked easy. If you want to leave us a comment, we'll have a chat below. And we'll see you guys next fortnight for another video.
Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.
Bye guys.
Story time with Aaron. Oh, there's a nice fishing boat. You want to take me out?
So we're not professionals. Don't listen to our advice.
We're good about the pump. Make sure the pump's off. And again? No.
What did you say, Aaron?
Nothing. I said we could have a high tea under here. There's so much room.
Excuse the terrible footage.
Yeah, Sorry about that. We don't have the tripod on us.
Yeah.
It's literally just over there, isn't
Do you
it?
want me to go get it?
Would it be better? Oh, the leg's broken.
Well, you won't see up, will you? You reckon? You go get it.
You want me to go get it? Go and get it.
We got to remember we're professional YouTubers. I don't know who said professional, but